What is up, my dudes? We are back. I am joined by Jordan and Seth. Seth is here. Jordan, back from the World Cup. Jordan, how are we doing, man?
Go!
Good. Ooh, World Cup's been fun. It's been fun to watch. I went to 2 games. I went to Jordan and Austria in Levi's in Santa Clara, and then I went to Seattle for the USA Australia game. That was really cool. Cool atmosphere. Like both games are cool. Like both games are really fun. I sat a lot closer at the Jordan game in Santa Clara, so that was really cool to be that close, like 12 rows up. And then the USA game, I sat way at the top at Lumen Field in Seattle, but that was still really cool. So the atmosphere was insane at that game.
So, Jordan, was it kind of when you got there in Seattle? Now, you did say you ran into Marshawn Lynch. You got to watch Marshawn Lynch a little bit pregame. Was that
yeah? So like, dude, Marshawn Lynch a trip. I don't know. You guys probably don't know. Some people out there might know. Men in Blazers. They have they're pretty famous. Raj, name guy's Raj, the host. Pretty famous like YouTube like channel. They do stuff, podcasts and stuff, and so they did like a pregame rally, in Seattle, and so they had Marshawn Lynch on, and that guy has no filter, man. Like he just talks, like he just doesn't care, Like, I mean, he dropped multiple F-bombs, like like he said some other words that like only he's probably allowed to say, like, I mean, he just doesn't care. Like, and he walked right by me as I was walking away, but it kind of happened real fast. But dude, he's out there wearing a hoodie. It's like, he just doesn't care,
Mm-hmm.
Seems like a cool guy. But
Jordan, were you kind of bummed when you heard that Pulisic wasn't going to play? Were you kind of a little bit bummed out?
Yeah,
about
I was
that,
kind of bummed. I mean, he's their best player.
Good game, though.
He's our best player, but it was a good game.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, we're rolling, we're playing well. And honestly, I think it's less about we're winning games, but we're also, I think personally, they're fun to watch, like, which I think is part of the problem with some of the US teams in the past. Like, they're not fun to watch. Like, maybe they'll win games, but it's not fun. Like, this team has the ball on the front foot. Like, they are playing well, and I think they're an exciting group. So I think that's good. So
yeah, we got Dura in the chat. We got Lyndon Rutledge saying hi. Keep the comments coming, guys. All that. And yeah, it's a bummer to not see Pulisic play. And Lyndon, we are talking about a little bit about Jordan's World Cup endeavors. Was the food good at Lumen Field, Jordan? Did you get anything?
Honestly, I'll be honest with you, I didn't eat. I got there and I was just kind of hanging out. I went to the Fox set, watched a little bit of the Fox set. Then I waited in line to get a T-shirt, and so that kind of took a lot of my time. And then I just kind of wanted to go and sit down, and the lines were long, and so I didn't get up at halftime. Yeah, I ended up walking to a restaurant on the water and had nice seafood dinner. So
nice,
yeah.
Bill, I went by myself. Actually, I bought and I paid like $225 for my ticket. So, yeah. So, Easton, the line was like, hey, don't. It was like a 45-minute line to get the T-shirt.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, Easton wants to know how much time does it take to get your T-shirt. Apparently, more time than it does to get like a hot
they
dog
do free T-shirts if you went to the game.
No. I bought a T-shirt. I just wanted to get a T-shirt.
Oh, wow, it just take that long. Wow.
Yeah. Anyone new here? Give us the like. Give us the sub. We're mostly talking about football. Bill said going by yourself is cool. I traveled all over the world by myself. Very cool. 2 peas in a pod. Get into some fantasy football talk here, guys. With Seth,
real quick, right?
Yeah,
real quick. I would say like Seth. Have you been to Seattle Stadium?
Yeah, I went
for a game.
I did a tour, not a game, just
like,
a tour.
It's amazing, like how like I was sitting like probably 12 rows, maybe 10 to 15 rows from the top, and like the view wasn't like, I'm not saying I was close, like I was far up, but the view is good. Like you can still have like a good experience watching the game from that high up. it's not like that everywhere. It's really not. And so
No.
they did a good job building that stadium. I know, Trent, you made a point where we were talking like they built it up instead of out, and you can tell like it's because you're high, but you're looking down on the field. You're not far away as well. So yeah, no, and I heard that they made that stadium for soccer. So like the owner who owns,
I heard it
think
was
it's Paul Allen,
sound
right?
too,
Like,
right?
Yeah, it was a
sound
soccer
also.
field first, like the Sounders.
yeah, like I
played
heard
there.
he made it. He made it because he wanted it to be a soccer field and he wanted to have World Cup games there. So,
Not to be a hater, I saw a meme that said explaining to a non-soccer fan the run America is on right now is equivalent to what Notre Dame does every single year. So like, are we just in that easy of a group that it's like
it's
honest,
not,
you know what I'm saying?
I would say it's not the team who is supposed to be the best. Turkey has not performed well. They've underachieved. I would say our group is not necessarily easy, but it's not been hard either. Middle of the road. It's not the easiest group out there. It's not the hardest group out there. But the U.S. also never won their group before. So
Yeah.
they never won their first 2 games in a World Cup. So it's not like,
Big deal.
yeah, it's definitely, we don't have like that. We were considered, us and Turkey were considered the 2 favorites in the group. So it'll be interesting. I think we have a pretty good path to the quarterfinal. And then after that, you're probably going to run into like a Spain or something. So,
yeah. So
we'll see if we get to the quarterfinal though.
Yeah. So, back to football related, last year we talked about how the Baltimore Ravens ate all of those Uncrustables. You guys remember that? All the NFL.
Yeah.
And you guys saw that the new official peanut butter sandwich is now Jams. Did everybody see that? That's the new official sandwich of the NFL. You guys saw that?
Is that a competitor?
It's a competitor Uncrustable. Okay. I have not had it. They say it's a little bit healthier, built with better natural ingredients. But did you guys know who the owner of Jams is? Has anyone seen who that is?
No.
I saw something on Instagram and just fact checking it real quick to make sure it's absolutely true. Because like what Abraham Lincoln said, you can't believe everything you read on the internet. I saw something, so I'm seeing Connor Blakely.
Oh, I know why. It's because it's a protein sandwich.
It's a protein. So some of the investors are JJ Watt, Caleb Williams, CJ Stroud, Micah Parsons.
Seed oil free.
Yeah, you got, and then the new co-owner. This was why I brought up Pat McAfee, co-owner of Jams peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. So Seth, I think we need to eat one of those. Maybe we should eat one on the pod next week.
Honestly,
we could do like a
good.
live review. Yeah, so I don't know. I thought that was something worth talking about. So
I feel like having a berry one and a strawberry makes sense, but like you feel like you have to have a grape one, right?
Yeah, I think if someone's had them, let us know in the comments. But yeah, it was something I wanted to just, get the food out of the way there. And then before we get into our touchdown progression candidates, a few weeks ago, we did touchdown regression candidates, guys who we think will score less touchdowns this upcoming year. I have our touchdown progression candidates, guys who scored a lot of touchdowns 2 years ago and kind of were down a little bit last year. So Bill wants to watch us eat a Jams live on the pod. That is a bold strategy. So before that, I saw somebody on X say, what is a league winner? And this was Du Bois 22 from Chowchilla, California. Got a pretty big following out there on X. Du Bois _22. He's the host of the Devi Royale. And what do you guys consider a league winner, Jordan? The term gets thrown around all the time. Fantasy league winner. That's a good one.
Man, I feel like it's definitely. Gosh, what's the right way? Like, it's definitely someone that's not like a high round draft pick. Like I would say, usually a league winner is not a first or second round pick, but I also don't think it's like a bottom round pick. It could be, man. I feel like everyone's gonna have a different definition. To me, it's like almost like that mid round pick that kind of is like a first round guy, who like ends up being like a top, or like the guy you draft from like a 10 to 15 in his position who ends up being like a top 3, I I'm trying to think of a good example from last year, and I'm not thinking of one very well. I don't know. What do you guys think? Like,
I was just gonna read the comments on here. Like Lalo Pedroza FF said, someone who carries your team is consistently dropping 20 plus fantasy points weekly. Chase Brown the last 2 seasons after week 8. I would say league winners last year would have been like JSN Jordan. Maybe it's that quarterback that you could argue it's a quarterback every single year. That guy that went after like QB 10 that ends up being
Matt
like
Stafford.
QB 5. Matt Stafford, Sam Darnold, So
and where was JSN drafted? He was drafted what, 5th round, 4th, 5th round, somewhere in there.
I think maybe I think some leagues maybe went 3.
I think in our keeper league, Jordan, I believe I got him in the back end of the 2nd, early part of the 3rd. So he did jump a little bit.
Best ball you early, like you could have definitely got him like 3rd, 4th, 3rd round. Again, so but where he was probably drafted somewhere between like 9 to 12 at his position.
Yes. Yeah. There was a lot of receivers.
That's my point. Like,
And he was a guy that finished good 2 years ago, but he finished, number 1 last year. Jag says, outside of top 24, who finishes top 10? Then SS Seltzer says, a player you draft in round 4 or later of redraft who puts up first round numbers. That's probably the easiest way. You aren't going to say you have a league winner in the first round. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
no, it doesn't.
Unless he's just
Mm-hmm. Bob Forrest said someone picked in the top 6 rounds that outperforms their ADP by 2+ rounds. Diggs, his first year in Buffalo, was round 5. JSN last year was mid 3. So
yeah, I think that's kind of what I was trying to say. Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think I have a very similar like definition to him.
Yeah. Bill said he is a fantasy league winner. I will take your word for that, guys. Keep the comments coming in the chat. So we are 15 minutes.
Trent, would ETN have been a league winner last year?
You could make the argument that ETN could have been a league winner last year. I don't see the ADP, but he finished as what? He had a nice finish last year.
He had finished like 11, 10. Is there a way to look up? I'm sure I can. 2025 fantasy ADP. No, I can't. I don't know if I can do 25. They only have 26 up here. I don't know. Maybe there's probably a way to see it that I'm missing here.
Yeah, there's a way you can go back. So
yeah, I can do it. So JSN was like 29 or 30, like 29, around there. ADP wise. So yeah, back end of the 3rd. Travis Etienne was way down here, I think. Or I'm just not looking at. Oh yeah, 86.
Okay, yeah.
So
I think
RB 31.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's a league winner, don't you think? Like,
yeah, I think after the round 4 is kind of where you. Well, JSN in the 3rd was a league winner.
Well, Jason was wide receiver 12 though.
Yeah,
so like,
I think those 3rd round picks are kind of what make or break your drafts usually, right? Like that's kind of, it ends up being like kind of like that's where you kind of feel like you need to reach a little bit.
Yeah.
Like those picks count, that 3rd round. Like you don't want to miss there. Give up a lot.
Like where was like was Zay Flowers was wide receiver 27? Looks like he finished like wide receiver 7 or something like that. This is not right. There's no way this is right, actually.
I don't know what you're.
Olave was up that? It was really up there, huh? I didn't realize how good Olave was.
Yeah, I think why you don't realize it, and a lot of people don't, is because I think he finished pretty strong.
Yeah. Okay, so like George Pickens was drafted wide receiver 29, finished wide receiver 5. Flowers, wide receiver 27, finished wide receiver 7. Olave. I think Olave was drafted pretty low too. I can't. Olave was wide receiver 34. He finished
Yeah.
wide receiver 5.
And
Michael
what is he?
Wilson. Michael Wilson might have been a league winner.
Michael Wilson's a
Yeah,
league
the end
winner
of the
for
year was
sure.
insane. Playoff run with Michael Wilson.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Olave right now is going 3-1.
Yeah.
He's one wide receiver after George Pickens.
It's probably too high, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Jordan, what are you thinking about Sorsby not getting to play at all? No supplemental draft. He's not playing now.
I don't really feel bad for the guy. It's kind of his own fault.
No,
but I don't.
yeah, like he put all that money in, and well, I thought it was looking like he was going to get to play. And then, do you think those teams really weren't going to play, and they had the mutual,
Yeah, there's no way. He was never.
Hey
playing.
guys, he'll be fine. He's gonna go play in the Canadian League. Okay, and then he's gonna sign free agency with the NFL.
Is that
He'll be
what's going to
fine.
happen?
Yeah.
I think it has to be,
Or
right?
he'll go play in the whatever other league there is. You know what I mean?
Like,
Like he's gonna go play football somewhere.
Canadian
he'll-
League's probably the best route. Do you think
Yeah,
Canadian League's
yeah.
the best route outside of the other American leagues?
Yeah, but the problem with that, Seth, is that none of those teams play. They don't play until the summer next year or spring. So you have to sit around during this whole fall and do nothing. Because those leagues all play in the spring and summer.
Yeah, that's true.
So
Yeah,
he's not
he's
going to have
messed
anywhere
up.
to play from, and it's probably too late to play CFL now. So he's not going to be able to play until next spring. Is he really going to go play in the UFL or whatever when he's getting ready for the draft? No. So, he's just not going to play football for the next 6 months.
Crazy.
Yeah. Can he go in the combine next year?
I'm sure they can if they invite him, but they may
Yeah,
not
they might
invite him.
invite
They
him.
may send. I don't. The fact that they canceled the supplemental draft tells you all you need to know about how they feel about this situation.
Yeah, they're making an example out of him.
Yeah, the NFL doesn't want that problem either.
Mhm.
So
So
they're gonna come down hard on any gambling stuff.
yeah, and then they're going to follow it up with a gambling commercial right after the
Mhm.
break.
Yeah,
So
probably.
So let's get into these TD progressions, guys that we think are going to finish higher than what they did last year. And so I one thing I wanted to look at was just quarterback TD progression, guys. Do we think quarterbacks in general will have more TDs this year?
In general, were they down last year?
Are you saying
They-
rushing?
No, passing. So here's a stat here. All right, I'll read this stat to you. Quarterbacks last season. So will QBs in general have a TD progression in 2026? How many quarterbacks had over 35 passing TDs in 2025? Do you guys think?
Over 35?
Over 35 passing TDs.
2.
4.
No. Yeah, I think 3 or 4.
Oh, Stafford for sure. Did Burrow get there?
No.
Stafford for
Shoot,
sure.
it might be 2.
Who's the other one, Seth?
I know it. Baker?
No.
Okay, let me look. Okay, so
I have it right here, Jordan. You want me
it's
to tell
not.
you?
No, hold on. No, I want to take one more guess. Drake may get over 35.
No.
Shoot. Well, I know it's not anyone on those teams. I know it's not. Josh Allen did not get there because we talked about this recently.
Yes.
He didn't get there, right?
No, he did not. Yeah, we talked
Yeah,
about
we
it.
talked about that. Stafford is one, right? Stafford's for sure one.
Yes. Stafford is one.
It's 2 people. Dang it, it's not 3.
Is it? It wasn't Trevor Lawrence, was it?
No, it's Matthew Stafford. That's it. He's the only QB that threw
Wow.
over
That's
40,
it.
over 35 TDs
Wow.
last year.
And he cleared
So-
it by a mile, right? And he cleared it by a
He had
mile.
46. So QBs, here's your top 6 passing QBs in 2025. Matt Stafford with 46, Jared Goff with 34, Drake May with 31, Dak Prescott with 30, Trevor Lawrence with 29, Caleb Williams with 27. Caleb Williams might be the worst player to ever be on the cover of Madden. I'm not like they're predicting him to be better, but like a quarterback that finishes with the 6 most passing TDs gets put on the cover of Madden. Stafford should have got put on the cover of Madden.
Okay, question. What did Burrow play pretty much the whole season last year, didn't he?
I thought
No, he got
Burrow.
Did he get hurt?
Yeah.
When did he get hurt? Oh, that's right. He got hurt and they started they had Flacco, right? That's right.
He got hurt.
What?
He was 3 months with turf toe.
Question.
Yes.
Would the Bengals quarterbacks have gotten over 35 touchdowns?
If you add them up, I am not sure.
He had 17. Burrow had 17. Who else played for them? Flacco?
I'm looking at Bengals total passing TDs last year was
40.
17, 13,
36. So Jake Browning had 6. Flacco had 13. Burrow had 17.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if Burrow's around, they're going to get 35.
All right. So in 2024, 5 QBs threw for over 35 TDs. Joe Burrow with 43, Lamar Jackson with 41, Baker Mayfield with 41, Jared Goff with 37, and Sam Darnold with 35. So, quiet.
Hey, Daryl, that's a personal problem. I'm not touching on a personal problem.
Yeah, we're gonna delete that comment. Yeah.
Delete the other one too, then.
That one could be edge defender. Okay.
The one below that, Trent.
Never mind. Yeah, sorry. Never know what you're getting on here on live, but give us the like, give us the sub. Seth, just kind of give me a sign if I need to take something off. Yeah, back to sports, Daryl. But we will take your sub. We'll take your sub, and
I hope you get that issue fixed, Daryl. Best wishes.
I hope that was a joke.
Yeah. We are not here for medical advice. Where are we at here? Okay. So those were the 5 with 35 passing TDs. All right. And 3 in 2024 had over 40. So do we think quarterbacks make a progression to have more passing TDs this year? Well, Burrow was hurt. Mahomes got hurt, right? So,
so was rushing touchdowns up? Running back touchdowns were up compared to
obviously they ran the ball a lot more this year. I think it's going to balance out, right? Like there's always a swing back, but I don't think it's going to be that hard. I think it's going to be pretty balanced this year. My guess is 3 quarterbacks get over 35. 3.
So who do you guys think led? So what quarterback do you think led the NFL in rushing touchdowns last year?
It's Josh Allen.
It wasn't not Josh Allen, I don't think. No, I'm trying. Okay, so let me pull it up here real quick. It wasn't Hurts. That's why it shocked me.
Who was it?
Did Drake May?
I can't remember. I just remember seeing it being like, and this is just for quarterbacks. So the top quarterback with rushing TDs in 2025. Okay, it was Josh Allen. Josh Allen had 14.
Yeah.
The one that surprised me was who was in second was Trevor Lawrence with 9. So Trevor Lawrence had more rushing touchdowns than Jalen Hurts.
Okay, and only 60 less yards.
Oh, I didn't realize that with the yards.
So Joe Burrow has the highest passing touchdown prop at 31.5. Then you have Stafford at 30.5, Goff at 29.5. Dak 27.5, Purdy 26.5, May 25.5, Baker, Caleb right there, Herbert, Darnold, Trevor Lawrence, Josh Allen 24.5. So like, there's just these props are not high. So
yeah, they're kind of down, huh?
You look at like rushing touchdowns. You have like Henry at 12.5, Bijan 8.5, Josh Allen
The
at
quarterback
2.5.
rushing
Jalen
yards was at like
Hurts.
an all-time low.
Really.
Yeah.
But was rushing TDs up, Seth?
I mean, I don't. Maybe probably I would say so, but like you don't see Lamar on here, right? Like that's a big one missing.
Yes, yeah, and like Lamar didn't have a good year last year, so maybe Lamar. So are we all safe to say that maybe we have 5 quarterbacks with over 35 passing TDs next year? Is that a
I think
safe?
it's 3. I don't think it's 5.
Well, who do you think it is, Seth? Let's do a little play right now. Who do you think it is?
I mean, Joe Burrow.
Okay. Joe
I
Burrow.
think
You think Stafford gets over 30.5? You think he gets 35?
His line's 30.5.
yeah, getting to 35 is a lot. What's Joe
We think it's
Burrow's
30
line?
and 31.5. I hit the over there. We think Goff gets there
Yeah.
again. We think May.
Yeah, I'm gonna
gets
go.
closer.
I'm gonna go Goff. I'll go.
May.
Yeah,
I
maybe.
mean, we're not hitting 35. There's no alt line, so I can only do what the numbers are. But
Yeah.
I just need to know what the man.
Do we think Caleb Williams hits 35?
I don't want to do
He had
that.
27 last year. Do you think Baker bounces back? Baker had 26. It is shocking me that Baker had one more passing TD than Josh Allen this last year.
you know who this is gonna sound crazy. Let me. I just want to see what he did last year.
You thinking Trevor Lawrence, Jordan?
No.
He can't get.
You're gonna laugh. You're gonna laugh at this one.
Geno Smith.
What do you guys think about Tyler Shuck?
Getting to 35? What's his line at,
35
Jordan?
Do you think he's good, Jordan?
His line's at 20.5.
I think he gets over 20. He gets over 20.5. 35 is a lot.
He had 10 last year in 9 games. He started 9 games, had 10 touchdowns, threw for almost 2,400 yards, 67% completion percentage, threw 6 interceptions. He's going to have a full season. Like, he has solid weapons. Like, his weapons are solid.
Good offensive coordinator.
Yeah, like.
Do you think he can throw 2 touchdowns a game?
I like Kellen Moore. Like,
their defense shouldn't be that good.
Yeah, Jordan.
I think we lost Jordan there, Seth.
Yeah, I mean, I just have a hard time believing Tyler Shuck can throw.
Pass catching.
We lost you right after I said I like their defense, Jordan.
Oh, okay. I mean, you have 2 pass catching running backs in ETN and Alvin Kamara. I don't know. Do you think they're going to be in games, Trent, or no? You think they're going to be down in games?
I think they might be throwing. Like I don't think their defense should be that good. You got the rookie tight end from Arizona. Is that Tyson?
No, that's the wide receiver. Trent.
Sorry, I meant to say wide receiver.
Yeah.
It's Tyson, right?
Yeah, Jordan Tyson from Arizona State.
Tyson and Olave. If Olave can stay healthy, like I like Kellen Moore. I think he's had success wherever he's gone as a QB coach. So
yeah, no, I just.
on the price.
What do you think about Herbert? What about Herbert as like a low key like?
I just don't ever trust. Like I want to trust Herbert. It wouldn't surprise me. I could see Herbert being a 35 TD guy. What's Herbert's all-time highest passing TD season? I'm gonna look that up.
I'm looking right now. I got it pulled up right here.
You got
it? 38. His second year,
Okay.
he had 38. His first 2 years, he had 31 and 38. And then he's 25, 20, 23, 26.
Yeah. So he should.
What do you think about Herbert over 24.5?
I'd do Herbert over 24.5.
I got 5. Should I add another one? I got Joe Burrow over 31.5, Goff over 29.5, May over 25.5, Shuck over 20.5. And then Herbert over 24.5. Should I add another one or no? I can add one more.
I think that's pretty
What do we
good there,
think here?
Jordan. I think that's
I might as
pretty
well just
good.
add one more. I might as well just add one more. Would Caleb over 24.5?
I do. What's Baker at, Jordan?
24.
Do you like Baker more or Caleb more?
I trust Caleb's coach more.
I trust Caleb's coach more too. But what Ben Johnson is he might just get, within the 5 and just start running the ball with Monangai or something, right? Like,
That's true.
that's the only thing that worries me there.
T-Law, 24.5.
Do that just just for yourself, Jordan. Just do that for yourself.
Right.
Like, right.
37.5 X. We're not throwing much on this, but
yeah, so anyways, I thought that was kind of crazy how little the QBs actually threw last season. I thought it was higher than that. So also, like, did you see how many? Let me just look at rushing TDs again here. This was another one I wanted to pull up. Is rushing touchdowns. What shocked me is who had the 5th. This guy had the same amount of rushing TDs as James Cook. He finished as like Zach Charbonnet had 12 rushing TDs last year. That I could not believe that. I know he's banged up right now, not going to start the season, but if you would have told me he had over 8 rushing touchdowns, I don't know if I really would have believed you if you would have told me that a week ago. Seth, did that seem right to you?
Yeah.
It just seemed like a lot that he had more rushing TD. Oh, the other guy, sorry. Jackson Dart had 9 rushing TDs, Jordan. That's the other guy. Like, so your top
sounds right.
rushing,
he ran a lot.
Your top rushing QBs last year. Josh Allen, just top rushing quarterback touchdown rushers. Josh Allen, Jackson Dart, Trevor Lawrence. Lawrence and Dart both had 9. Allen had 14. And Jackson Dart didn't even play that many games, right? He got banged up, didn't start the season. So I did not realize he had 9 rushing TDs. But we've done a lot of talk on quarterbacks here. Let's hand this off to running backs here. I don't know if these are quite as interesting as the wide receivers or the quarterbacks, but Saquon Barkley had 13 rushing TDs 2 years ago. Last year, he only had 7. Jordan, do you have his line? Seth, I feel like you think he's going to progress in the touchdown category this year.
Again, who did you say? You said who?
Saquon Barkley had 13 2 years ago. He had 7 last year.
Saquon.
Yeah, he's getting more than 7. It's happening. I don't know about 13.
Saquon 7.5. 7.5 rushing touchdowns.
I feel like I would. Over. And that's not just rushing, right, Jordan? That's total.
That's rushing.
That's just rushing. I think he should get more than 7.
It's about 9.5 rushing receiving.
And I think Saquon's younger than I think always. Can't really remember.
He's got to be late 20s, right? Like 27?
I think he's at 28.
He is 29 and a half almost.
Okay.
He just turned 29 in February.
Okay. All right. So we're all on board that Saquon can score more than 7 rushing touchdowns this year. That we get a little bit more of a resurgence.
I think the line is good though. I think 7.5 is a good line.
I think it's a good line. And his ADP right now, I'll look that up on Draft Sharks. He is going as 2.5. He's going after Marion Hampton, Devon Achane, and Ashton Genty, going right before Jeremiah Love and Chase Brown. Saquon is up 4 spots. Next running back on the list, Bijan Robinson had 14 rushing TDs 2 years ago. maybe this is total TDs. I can't remember what I got on that. I believe it was rushing. In this past year, he only had 7. We all aboard that Bijan gets more than 7 rushing touchdowns. Do we think Bijan can get more back to double digits? Is probably
Yeah, I
the
think
right
so.
thing to ask.
Yeah, that was
I'm-
rushing
I'm-
only. Those are rushing numbers.
Yeah, and a lot of guys have Bijan is going, 1-1, 1-2. I want to say Bijan gets there. Like I think this is the big Bijan year.
His line's 8.5. He had a little bit less carries, more yards than the year before, way less touchdowns. So like that touchdown variant should increase. But he had a huge receiving year this year.
Mhm.
Wow, I didn't realize how big of a receiving year. So he did, Trent, though. He had 11 total touchdowns this year and 15 the year before. So
yeah, so not too bad. But yeah, like I think he should keep it, I would like to see those rushing touchdowns come back. And then and this isn't too bad of one, but Kyron Williams had 14 rushing TDs 2 years ago. And this past year, he had 10. Do we think Kyron can stay in double digits, or are we that worried about Blake Corum?
yeah, I'm going the other way. His line is 10, and I don't know if I agree with that.
That's a hard one to take.
7, 8 might be the right number.
I'm still in on Corum. I'm in on Kyron Williams. I don't know if I'm in on the double-digit TDs. Like his he's still decent.
He was honestly pretty efficient last year. He had yards per attempt is almost 5 yards per attempt. It's pretty good. He had more rushing yards than the year before. Or no, slightly less rushing yards than the year before on 60 less carries almost. He had 60 less carries last year compared to the 2024.
Okay, so here's the thing that we got to remember is remember the guy, his name I think was Todd Gurley, absolutely amazing running back. All of a sudden he just fell off the face of the earth with Sean McVay.
Yeah.
Like I think we're all kind of a little bit worried that Sean McVay could do that with Kyron Williams. And Kyron Williams isn't that old still, but Todd Gurley's like what, barely 30 right now?
Yeah. So Corum in his rookie year had 58 carries. And then he had 145 last year. So he had 6 touchdowns. So I mean, you think his role is gonna stay the same or just increase, right? So
it should increase a little bit, right? Do you think it's more hot hand?
Well, I think it's at least going to stay the same. So there's that.
And Kyron's efficient though. If he can stay efficient, it might keep Corum at bay a little bit. But let's say the Rams are really good this year. Let's say their defense is shutting people out. Let's say they're up 14 points in the fourth quarter with 15 minutes left. Do you think they keep running Kyron Williams into the ground, or do you think they go hey, let's give Corum the quarter?
No, it's Corum, and that's what happened last year too. The same stuff happened last year. So
maybe you just want to avoid it altogether.
Yeah, maybe. I'm avoiding it.
All right.
Not going back up.
All right. Throwing it to the wide receivers, Jordan. Jamar Chase had 17 receiving TDs 2 years ago. He had 8 last year. Do we think he can get back to, that over 12 receiving TD mark?
Yes.
Like I've been saying, Tim, with everybody else, I think if you told me that you were going to draft Jamar Chase, he was going to have less than 10 receiving TDs, you'd be pretty disappointed. Right?
He's at 9.5. 9.5 is his line.
If he just got 10, you'd be pretty happy.
Let's see here. I'm just kind of looking at his receptions. His targets receptions were essentially the same year to year.
T. Higgins had 11 receiving TDs last year.
Yeah. But here's the thing, his rookie year he had 13, then he went 9-7, then he went 17, then 8. So I don't know. I would say he gets about 12. I think 12, 13 is pretty safe. Like, I think Burrow likes Chase a little bit more. So
Defense is no good
healthier
still.
Burrow. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Defense is worse, arguably.
So
Yeah.
here's another one here that's not like, for whatever reason, I feel like no one's talking about this. He's going 9-5 in drafts right now. Who do you think tied Trey McBride for receiving TDs last year as a tight end?
As a tight end?
Yeah, he had the same amount of receiving TDs as Trey McBride. He also had 11 receiving TDs.
Tyler Higbee.
No. Jordan, you have a guess? You got a wild card dart throw on tight ends?
Let me just look at all. Just let me see. No. Kyle Pitts?
Dallas Goedert
Oh.
had 11 receiving TDs last year. He's going in the 8th round of fantasy drafts.
Well, there's
and
a
no
reason,
more AJ
Trent.
Brown. Yeah, no more AJ Brown.
No, but they drafted Eli Stowers.
It's true. I forgot about that. But it usually takes a tight end a year or two to get really good, right? And I'm not saying I'm going to pound the table for Dallas Goedert. It just kind of surprised me he had 11 receiving TDs. I just saw that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
That's a lot. You know, Jake Ferguson had 8. Colby Parkinson had 8. Brock Bowers had 7. Hunter Henry had 7. George Kittle had 7. So Jamison Williams had 7. Did you see Jamison Williams? You know, you see the shorts he was wearing?
I did not see that.
I want to see now.
You could look it up. I'm not going to say it. It's just like whenever you buy a house, like would you wear basketball shorts that say slam anyways, it's not a child appropriate, but it was just a really strange pair of shorts to wear. Okay. Other wide receivers here. Terry McLaurin. I didn't even see what Terry McLaurin had last year. He had the contract dispute and didn't do anything like what he did the year before. He had 13 2 years ago. I don't even think he got double digits. I don't even think he sniffed double digits last year.
He had 3.
And part of that thing, yeah. QB, you know, Daniels got hurt, right?
His line is 5. Here's the problem with Terry. 2024 was a huge outlier for him in his career.
Yes.
I mean, he went 7, 4, 5, 5, 4, 13, 3. So
probably
I'm
going to
go with
pay raise.
Yeah, I'm going to go with he kind of sticks to that 5 to 7 range, you know, 4 to 6, 5 to 7 range. But
and
I mean,
he's going to the Commanders or whatever. Like he's not very stable. Like you can't really trust him, but he's acting like he's going to end up there.
But I will say this, like his that year he had 13 touchdowns was also Jaden Daniels' rookie year. And we get a healthy Jaden Daniels, like maybe that, I don't know, you know, like maybe there's a little bit of correlation there. I don't know.
Do we think that Jaden Daniels throws for over 35 passing TDs? He wasn't a guy that you had on your list, Jordan.
I don't see it, but I guess it's possible.
What was his line? Do you have his line handy where you can see how many TDs Jaden Daniels has?
It was like 24 and a half, I think is what it was.
24 and a half sounds right.
21 and a half. Sorry, 21 and a half.
That's lower than I thought. I feel like he should be able to get that, right?
Yeah, I mean, maybe.
All right, so we're out on Terry. Then the last one here, Jordan. Brian Thomas Jr., your guy. 2 years ago as a rookie. Last year, he was nowhere near there. I don't think.
I'm going to go with... What he had 10. He had 2 last year. I'm going to go with he gets closer back to that 10. I don't know if it's 10. What's his line? Let's see. Because you don't have as much data with him because it's only been 2 years.
Yeah.
He has a 4.5 receiving line. I think he gets over. I think he gets about 7.
I think the 4.5 is an easy slam the over right now, Jordan. Like he should
Yeah, I think
if
so.
he got
4.5?
5 if he got 5
Jeez.
last year, next year that would be awful. I think we'd all be like, what happened to Brian Thomas? And even
Yeah.
at playing bad, I think he should get 5. I think Lawrence is
Well, he had
getting
2
better.
he only had 2 last year, though.
Yeah, Cohen's going to scheme him in a little bit more. I think Lawrence is
They
getting
said he
better.
he looks good in camp.
Yeah,
I think there was a lot of
I
mental things going on with Brian Thomas Jr. last year. So
okay. So I think he easily can get closer to 10. I don't know if he gets back to double digits. CD Lamb was another guy that I kind of wanted to put on here, but it doesn't seem like he's ever been like a huge TD guy. He's more of a reception guy, right? And especially like
Who
how
was that?
Schottenheimer
Who
does
is that?
it. A CD
Lad?
Lamb.
Oh, CeeDee Lamb.
CD Lamb.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought I had Lamb on or Lad on here also, but CeeDee Lamb, he's never been like a huge touchdown guy, and I think with Schottenheimer there, it's like we get within the 5, we're gonna run the ball, whereas like before, I think it was more of like Dak,
He had 12 in 2023.
Oh, did he have
But, yeah.
12? Okay, and that's this. Is
In
that the only outlier?
2023, it's 5, 6, 9, 12, 6, 3.
Okay, so probably
But 2023 was his crazy year where he had 135 catches, 1,749 yards, 12 touchdowns. So
okay. Well, that's all I got there on, touchdown progression, guys. I don't have a Mount Rushmore tonight. If the chat, Larry said take the over. That was 2 minutes ago. I agree, Larry. It's always take the over. I think that kind of does it, guys. I don't know if there's something you have off the cuff you want to do, or we can kind of keep thinking. I think it's been a solid episode. It kind of
I
tidy
can't
it up
find
there.
those shorts, man. It's driving me crazy.
You can't find his shorts?
No.
Oh, it's everywhere. You know what? I'll share it, Seth. I don't want the viewers, that might have children in the car listening to it. But I will share this with you, Seth, just because I appreciate you as a acquaintance. So we will share this here. It's not the worst thing ever. If you guys want to come watch this at TFF Dudes on YouTube, you can come check that out. Here we go. We're going to share it right here. There he is. Just bought a house.
Wow.
Jeez, Trent.
Slam it rhymes with rut. Anyways, not the photo. Yeah. And then like you had Big Cat being like, oh yeah, we all wear those pair of shorts whenever we buy a house. You got to love it. Anyways, guys, I think that's the bang we can end up on. We can just
that's
slam it
great.
right
That is
there.
awesome.
Yeah. Call it a night. Guys, thanks for tuning in. Been a good one. We'll have another episode next week. We will see you next time. And as always, take care.